Hi, I'm Spike, and I want to share my experiences in attempting to step up my audio game to enhance my video production quality. How many of you have crafted videos, filmed promotions, or produced documentary work only to be disappointed with the sound component?
It's across a variety of fields, from sociology to political economy through to law to people involved in the making of planning policy.
I know it's happened to me a few too many times, despite the consensus that audio quality is 50% of the video experience.
There are some ancillary rights and interests which are attached to that economic or that market value, which I think will be explored in due course.
I sense that when we get into video production and filmmaking, we tend to prioritize the camera and achieving a cinematic look. Likewise, we initially invest most of our funds into said camera and the lenses or lens before realizing that that's just the entry point into the rabbit hole of video and film production. We might get a glide cam or a gimbal before realizing that most of our footage will look best if we're locked down on a sturdy tripod with a fluid head. And then there's lighting. For a while we make excuses that our preference is for using available light or ambient light rather than spending on at least sufficient lighting kit for interviews and talking heads. And then there's the audio kit. The focus of this short series is to share my journey and experience in stepping up from just relying on an on-camera mic, in my case the ubiquitous Rode Video Mic Pro Plus, and investing in what I'd class as sufficient entry-level pro sound gear that's fit for purpose to pursue the documentary work on customary land in the Pacific that was supposed to be my main project of 2020. So let's start with my wish list of requirements for audio. Firstly, for my documentary projects and two-person interviews, I require two lavalier microphones, ideally wireless, along with a quality shotgun microphone to boom. I also want the ability for an ENG, electronic news gathering style when interviewing, so I can adapt the shotgun to handheld and ideally again wireless as well. So add to this the desire to capture ambient bird song and environmental sounds, living as I do in rainforest and very close to the ocean on the fringe of the Royal National Park to the south of Sydney here in Australia. I'd also like the main shotgun to work for me in a studio environment, like here in my studio, study cum studio, so that I can use it for emergent podcast and voiceover opportunities. Ideally, in my one-man band situation where I'm director, producer, director of photography, first and only camera operator, lighting gaffer, grip, and soundie all rolled into one, I need a system that I can travel with and set up and put away relatively quickly. Yes, there's more. I need a DAW, a digital audio workstation, i.e. sound enhancement software, to optimize the audio component, given that sound design is, as I said at the outset, 50% of the process and video experience. Likewise, I need an end-user license agreement for royalty-free music that I can incorporate in my projects, as I've been doing already, and across my own and clients' YouTube accounts, as well as for documentary, promotional, and commercial projects, and potential podcasts. So there's quite a lot to cover. Originally, I had it in mind to craft my embryonic sound journey within a single video, but I realise that would be overly long and probably not be able to go into sufficient depth for viewers who are interested in how I arrived at certain decisions. So instead I propose to present it as a series of shorter pieces where I look at my options for each major component, share links to more detailed reviews from those whom I've come to respect and particularly learn from in the sound for video niche, and show you how each of the components fits into my particular use case. In summary, I aim to socialize the sort of video I wish I'd been able to find as I came to make my purchase decisions over the last 6 months. I'm crafting this at a time when folk are fawning over the latest and greatest new cameras, yet the salutary reality is I've probably spent as much, or maybe more, than the price of the latest mirrorless hybrid body just on my audio kit. Where practical, I'll share sound examples to compare the kit I'm using to its raw and post-DAW form. And for those of you who are impatient to check out what's coming up, it's not a secret. And I've summarized it as Spike's audio kit for documentary and voiceover in a dedicated kit.co page, the details of which are linked in the video description below. So I hope all this helps, and until we next time when I'll elaborate on lavaliers and my wireless audio kit, stay safe and stay well. And thanks for watching.